So you're here, we're talking about the Daisy Powerline 880. It's a pretty good rifle. Well, when it gets clear weather, we're actually going to take it out and do some range time with it. That's not indoors because this one, 25 feet, at 25 feet, I had this thing down as low as it could go, and it was still, and I was shooting like, I think 2-3 pumps, and it was pretty good. If you remember, this was the winner of that last challenge, and I have not been able to find Crosman because a lot of people buy it because it's a pest control rifle and you can put 5. And it was squirrel season when I did that, and so with this one right here, this one I actually would prefer this one because it hits harder than, literally hits harder than the Crosman, and it shoots the same ammunition as the Crosman. Only thing is, you gotta that's it. Instead of going boop, fiddle with that, like I've spent more time trying to fiddle with that thing, trying to get it lined up just right. I had to pull it back, push it forward, put it, get there. Nope. There we go. Then pump it up, and then my target might be there, might not be there. And don't even get me started with the scopes that both companies put out, because those things are atrocious. You know, BBs, this thing, I would shoot BBs more out of the Crosman than I would this thing, because the Crosman loves BBs. So, pew. This one, it goes, if you remember correctly, it was BB challenge. Yeah. But then I did the same challenge with these pellets, and it was like, tat, 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 tat. I meant to videotape that and forgot to. But anyhow, this was about $60 when I bought it. It's about the same as most people buy ammo for. So I said, well, when reloading is a lot cheaper. I mean, it's okay. It's lighter than a 1022, has no recoil whatsoever, and it's technically it's a straight pullback rifle. So if you're into history, short stroke pullback rifle. I'm actually working on a rifle design for the 22 short that has that same kind of feature. That's a bolt action, just pull back, pull forward. But it holds a 25 round magazine. It just goes down, and then it just starts here and it goes down. But it stays inside the stock because this actually has a little handle right there. It kind of has this design. It would be about the size too, but anyway. And then you just... But anyway, if this was an actual rifle, it would be... Probably... it is a rifle. But, if you get a little bit more oomph out of it, which I have seen people do, by taking CO2 cartridges and stuff and getting it to where putting regulators and stuff in there, and they just open that up. It opens all the way up. They load the CO2 cartridges in. And it just twink, and then it locks. And then it locks into place to the regulator, and it just they've gone, and it's like, and it shoots 10 pumps at every single time. How they've done that, I don't know, but it's just always shooting 10 pumps, and it just pretty accurate. I mean, you can look it up on YouTube unless they took it down because of the new firearm policy. Oh, and there's something, if you stood here this far, the reason why the second part of the Yukon cleaning is not up is because I was editing it and I went to go upload it, and between the upload and the processing that YouTube does, because I edit it and then YouTube messes with it, and a lot of the time it messes up my lighting, and I have to go back through there and use YouTube's things to relight it. So I've just given up and just said, you know, when YouTube, you fuck with it, I would just leave it me over. I'll just make everything super bright, and then that way when you dim it, it'll actually be where I want it. Maybe, I don't know. Because anyway, that's why I've got a white background and light actually hitting that one and pushing this way, and then hopefully to bright. I mean, I've got like all the lights on in my living room, and I'm sitting into where it hits there and shines over here, and it might work because it's bright as hell in my house. So, but anyway, between somewhere in there, and it just died on YouTube. YouTube killed it. It's like failed to process. It keeps saying unable to process, unable to process, unable to process. No matter how many times I go in there and try and fix it, delete it, upload it, it fails to process. So I'm thinking I'm contacted them and I'm waiting for a response. I've took pictures of the screen and everything, and I sent that along with the email. So that way they can see, hey, you know, this is on y'all's part. And I sent a little video and like, hey, yeah, it works. So I've been trying to get that done so I can get that part uploaded. Zombie fighting is kind of on hold for just 1 minute because I need someone to play a zombie and I don't have anyone to play a zombie. And it's just, I would have to, the next part of it is going to have to take, it's going to take 2 people, and it's going to take about 2-3 weeks of rehearsals and practices just to make sure no one gets hurt in the process. Itchy leg. Because of, just because, okay, just so I wanted to make, so I just want to give y'all a little update. So anyway guys, see you in the next video. Bye bye.